the shirt.
Well, I've got to throw it in the wash now. Nice effort, but yeah, somehow that got missed. I've got a feeling I did wash it, but it just hasn't come out. You need to wash it like 1,700 times. Because I'm too lazy to use like stain remover, so I'll just wash it 500 times. I need to wash it.
I'm Sean Connery. I've had several shocks.
He believes supporting transgender rights is a source of oppression for women. What? So he's a TERF. What does that mean?
What?
They're like, you know, J.K. Rowling, they hate transgender right campaigners
Listen,
because...
I'm Sean Connery and I hate women. It's really
Yeah, I mean,
bad
he's not
time
a
for me
fan
to be
either.
doing this.
You really need to stop.
No, I will not stop.
He doesn't agree with the statement trans women are women. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Technically, I guess we've started because Damien is well aware that I already have my cold open footage.
It's not me changing my shirt, is it?
It's maybe Patrick changing his shirt.
I'm so deleting that. I have right of reply or whatever you call it, final cut. So, sorry guys. Alright, I guess we've started. It's Banana Split and it's episode 79?
Is
It's
it?
been a while. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure 78 was the last one.
Yes, that seems right.
Did you check the sound?
Yeah, I checked the sound.
Okay. Take your word for it.
Yeah. Better than last time. Remember, you know what I say, Pat? A little bit better every episode. That's all I ask.
So does it get to the point where it's too
It's up
much
and down.
now?
What do you mean? Too good?
No, you say a little bit better each time, but what happens when it gets perfect and then you just keep going? It's going to be too much.
Oh, at that point, Damo, it's we're gonna quit doing the show.
No, okay.
Once you get to that point of perfection, you just you know.
Why keep going with
Exactly. I'm
perfection?
gonna kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself and hit women.
No.
No, I was
reading a
just
tweet.
watching Pat just stare off.
No, I'm reading a tweet because I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on because I love this show and our first, I guess, article, for no reason other than that's the first one in the list, is that one of my favourite shows, I'm not sure if I mentioned that enough times yet, the I.T Crowd, and it's one where like if I meet a new friend and I'm like, that's one of the first things I asked, have you seen this show?
Pat,
If
are you
haven't, watch
building
it now.
Skynet?
What is that?
The Road to Conscientious Machines. The story of AI.
That
I
would
think-
be fine.
I think-
Conscientious machines I'll be alright with.
I think-
Just leaving it at conscious machines, which is what that title actually is,
Ah, good.
is a bit scarier.
Yeah. Either way. Yeah. Pat, are you building Skynet?
It's not my book. I think Skynet's moving in.
Yeah. But at the same point, this is a book in Blacktown City Library, so
Yeah.
I'm not too worried.
I think we'll be alright.
I think we'll be fine. The most it'll do is ask me if he can bludgeon Dory. And so we're back in the Pat Cave. No, Pat Cave. And he's actually got personality here. It's shocking.
Oh, like because I added some DVD bookshelves.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
hold on, I need to block out this brand.
What, Xbox?
No, Kleenex. Oh, I said it.
Okay.
Oh.
We're not the ABC, it's fine. I don't think anyone's going to.
No, I'm SBS Viceland.
Yeah, the next Tim Pool. He's going to start left and go way over to the right.
I hate women.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, we've got Brad, we've got Jaden, I think,
Yeah.
and good old Pat.
Yes.
Paddy Pat.
My
So-
name is Brad.
That's what we're sticking with.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
So,
Because you were like, who? And then later on, you were like, I'm bringing over Brad. So I was like, I got it right then.
Do you know what?
Why was he ever confused?
So it's been a while.
Mm.
Reasons for that being is Matt didn't want to film.
Well, I'm not sure he didn't want to. I'm hoping that's not the case.
Matt
just said he was
couldn't
busy.
film.
Yeah.
Bludgeoning.
And I was fine with doing a two-man, or even getting this one, getting Brad here.
Same.
And he was just like, "Nah, we'll wait for the other one."
He does funny voices though. I don't know. I just, you know.
And this one's
I
quick on the
don't like
draw.
change. The older you get, the more you hate change. He's quick on the draw. He's got to do funnier voices. Anyway.
Well, why does it have to be voices?
We need a voice guy. I don't know. It's like one of those silly morning radio shows where you have some guy going, "What hey?" and making wisecracks.
Yeah, but I'm also certain anyone who listens to me on a Sunday morning is on the verge of killing themselves as well as their family.
No, I'm pretty sure that's just every other day.
That's a fair assumption.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to the IT Crowd. Apparently they're transphobic. Not, obviously the actors are great, most people involved. It's some guy that wrote it. The show's co-creator, so it might not have even been the main creator. It's like, with South Park, you had not South Park. Those two are pretty tight, like the two creators of South Park.
Yeah.
If one of them does something fucked up, it's likely the other one is on board. And everyone's sort of like gone, fuck it, with those two. They can be, they're clearly transphobic, though it could be argued it's like ironic, so I don't know. I'm not touching that. But with other shows like, say, Rick and Morty, you've got Justin Roiland, you've got Dan Harmon.
Yeah, Dan Harmon, remember, probably not a pedophile.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not
Go
a
with
pedophile.
It's
a long story.
Yeah, keep the lawyers out of this. You gotta watch that show, man. It's like, that's a callback. But I think Justin Roiland died too. I know one of the main producers died recently. So
I don't think he died. I feel like I would have heard about
maybe
that.
someone that was
Because
involved.
Justin Roiland does like the voice of Morty, I believe.
Oh, right, they probably need to keep him on then.
Seems pretty important.
I don't know if you saw they haven't done a new one for a little while though, have they? It's just some new South Park.
No, I'm watching Archer right now.
Okay, yeah, and it's just been renewed for a new season.
Borat 2
Yep, seen that.
is nice.
Awesome show, we'll have to talk about that. But yeah, so Graham Linehan, or Lynham, I don't know how to say his name. I'm hoping he wasn't one of the main writers, but he's pissed off because an episode got pulled of the IT Crowd for being transphobic.
Here's the thing.
So I'm going to have to watch that again, if possible, and see how bad it was.
Isn't this show already over?
Because ironically, when this comes out, it's been off the air for like at least 10 years.
No.
I know, maybe 15, but hey.
You know that
Classic.
fucking Banana Split podcast?
Staying relevant.
Staying relevant. Next week, Red Dwarf.
Yeah. No, but they've recently done more of that. They do like table reads, and with like British comedy, it stays around forever. Like
Next week, Blackadder.
There you go.
Yeah.
People still talk about
Next
that.
week, MASH.
I'd be
Hey,
fine.
what show do you
I'd
want
be
to do
fine
next
with
week?
that.
Faulty Towers.
But anyway, I still recommend watching the show.
Mr.
Because
Bean.
the two main stars, I don't know about the lady star. I don't know where she's gone. I'm sure she's doing fine. But Richard Ayoade, he's like half African or whatever.
Oh yeah, he's the
right
most
term is.
successful out of them.
Yeah, he's done a lot of like hosting and a couple of documentaries. No, if you watch Get Shorty, the TV series, it's got the other dude, and he's been in a few movies.
It's spelt with an A and a W, isn't it? Get Shorty is spelt with an A and a W. I can hear it.
No, it's spelt properly. It's based on
So why do you pronounce it like that?
Get Shorty. That's how it's Shorty. I don't know how. How am I doing that wrong? They're not going to mention the stars' names, are they, in this? It's all about transphobia. Anyway, I always forget his name for some reason, so I'm going to have to Google it because this will piss me off. Because we always say we'll go edit it in, or you say that you're going to like type it in and then you don't. So
Quick, type it in, Jason. Yeah, you didn't press the enter button. You just.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go. Oh, look, perfect.
it's gonna be really annoying to time that.
Chris O'Dowd. Yeah, check out his current work because that dude is on fire. And like, you can see he can act because it's a completely different character to whoever.
We
he
have
was.
a group for news. Go back to
Yeah. Oh, look, news. I'll go read that. No, this is our group for news, so I'll stick to this. On to, I don't know why I shared this, but Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya.
Bit of a mouthful. Oh, so she's in The Witcher? Or just The Witch? Is that a different thing?
The witch. The
The-
witch. The
the
witch.
witch.
The witch.
Witch actress.
She was also in Glass and
I've seen that.
Split.
Yeah, so that series of
Yeah,
films.
and she's also in X-Men, the new X-Men, the one that's not apparently very good.
Right,
The-
yeah. The one that took like 6 years to come in.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
The one that's been filmed got filmed 4 years ago,
Yeah.
but it's taken
Right.
forever.
There's been a bunch of movies that have sort of slipped into the cinemas like that. Like they're doing Akira again, they're doing a lot of classics. Like the 4K Akira release has popped up in like all the main cinemas. There's some new horror movie that's running around I nearly watched yesterday. Stuff that has been in the like limbo for years, trying to figure out where to put it on DVD or
And
what.
here I am, I just bought the Friday the 13th collection, and I'm watching all those. I'm doing
Nice.
a marathon of that.
The canon is messed up because
Yeah.
they made so many.
Because they remade that one, and it's
Yeah. Like even she's in movies that now aren't like canon. Like the main, is it,
You're
what's her
talking
name,
about-
Jamie Lee
You're
Curtis?
talking about Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, Halloween.
That's what I'm talking about, not Friday the 13th. But I'm sure there's a lot of messiness.
No,
Yeah,
it
the
is.
amount of times they changed the canon on that. And then they just said, stuff it all.
See, I'm much more of a trebuchet kind of guy
Right.
than a cannon kind of guy, but you know.
The one thing I like about that I saw on Reddit recently was that the lake where it was filmed or where it's set,
Yeah,
someone actually stuck a life-size statue of Jason,
Yeah.
like attached to a chain, and he's just like floating there,
Yeah.
trying to get to the surface. So I thought that was cool.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, so I'm surprised. I thought they were already filming the prequel to Mad Max Fury Road. Still in casting. Either way, it's going to be awesome. Good to see. I don't know if you mentioned this last time, but the whole 2.5 Men keeps popping up with us.
Oh,
I know you've talked about doing a 2.5 Men
Intro. Yeah.
Um,
Might have to
yeah.
get him to do it because Matt refuses to wear a suit.
Oh, man.
Got to respect and sticking to his guns there. I could Charter Ferrell. I've got to say, I never watched a lot of this show, but obviously.
Listen. It was really good, but it's a weird note to end it on the killing Charlie Sheen, and then suddenly no other episodes came out.
Yeah, it just ended there.
Yeah.
It's like the whole Game of Thrones. Like
That's so weird.
I got
It
to
ended
season
like The
6.
Sopranos.
Good callback.
Yeah.
And speaking of shows that ended too soon, like Dexter
Oh.
stopped at season 5. Apparently they're coming back with a new like short limited run.
Yeah, they're finally doing a
What?
series finale.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because maybe what's her name? His sister will find out who he really is.
Yeah.
All that
And
sort
they
of
won't. Maybe they won't fuck this time.
thing. Yeah.
Ooh.
No, I'm hoping they just like remove like I think it was the last 2 seasons that really went off the rails,
Or
at least just the finale.
apparently it's set after the finale
Yeah, but
and-
say that was a dream. You can't just be like, hey, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
in Canada. Yeah.
I wear high heels and I just know. That's a classic example. When anyone talks about a show that jumped the shark and should have stopped a lot sooner, Dexter's like right up there in the top 3. Like it's so good, and then it's just jiu-jitsu. I don't know, why did I share this? It just looks awesome.
That
Nick
honestly,
Cage.
it looks like it's gonna be as bad as Ghost Rider, just from that image.
Yeah, but no, I'm hoping, I haven't seen that movie, but I'm hoping it's going to be so bad it's good, because Cage does a lot of those. Like, they're just so off the rails, awesomely horrible, that you actually have a good time. As long as, you keep the drinks coming.
Yeah, I enjoyed myself during Ghost Rider.
So there had been rumours that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were going to be in Spider-Man 3. They've been debunked.
Allegedly
there's
been
some
debunked. There's
clips
more.
Really? Because I've seen some clips of Tom Holland. He did his TikTok where he's like reading the script, and then his co-star, the Filipino dude, he's reading it, and he's just like having all these shocked expressions. From what I've seen, those 2 other Spider-Men are in Doctor Strange.
As again, going off the Google searches is hard to say. Take everything
No,
with a
this
grain
is
of
if you go
salt.
on IMDb and you look at the cast,
And as again, take everything with a grain of salt.
but they're like officially in the cast.
Well, yeah.
It's not just like a rumor on some like
someone
bullshit
can edit
website.
that.
I don't know. It's not Wikipedia. I'm going with it. They could be just like I don't think they'll have like a long role. It's going
Yeah,
to
but
be
I can claim I
walk
was a
in,
back.
walk
I
off,
can claim
cameo.
I was a background extra in Titanic on IMDb.
Do you actually know what the third one's about? Or
Spider-Man 3. It's going to be involving obviously Jamie Foxx. So that's like a weird callback because it's the same actor as he was in like the Fox series that
The
had
Garfield
the
series.
Garfield one.
the Garfield one? Yeah.
So I don't know if it'll be as in if that happened
I wonder if he hates my
it can't
nose as
be.
well.
That was a completely different story and a completely different Spider-Man. So clearly it will just be a reimagining of that character and like maybe reboot.
I'm surprised Garfield actually
Same
wants
guy.
to do it because like he was really upset when they recasted
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
But that was like the Sony president was really pissed at him because he kept refusing to do like promotional stuff
Yeah.
and being a bit of a
Drama
entitled drama queen. So you can.
Bit of a dick.
queen.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was mainly upset because the third one that they were going to do with Sinister Six, there was a lot of work put into it. Like the script had been worked on by 20 different people and they were like almost in production, like filming. So
And the closest we got to a Sinister Six movie was the Spider-Man game.
I mean,
Great game.
that was an awesome game, and yeah, can't wait for the Miles Morales update. Not sure about the cutscenes that they've totally changed the actors in, or at least their likeness. But so, speaking of weird choices for casting, Gal Gadot has been thrown in as Wonder Woman. Sorry, we knew that. What's the other?
Fuck, you
Oh my-
don't
I read the wrong line.
say.
What? Cleopatra. I was like reading the second line.
He's going to
So-
edit that out too.
We'll see. It's hard when you keep talking about the mistake.
Yeah, no, exactly.
No
This is
one-
why I keep
That's the
talking about
point
the
we're going to
mistake.
keep talking about, so
Ah,
you can't
okay.
do anything about it.
Don't worry, in 10 minutes going to be like, remember that mistake, Pat mate?
So anyway, Cleopatra, a lot of people are upset and triggered because she's, clearly at least of European descent, like she's fairly white looking. There's a bit of Israeliness going on because, you know, that's where she's from. But she's not Egyptian looking enough apparently for some people. Though, if you go back and look at the actual history, she's of Greek descent. And I think if anyone could pass for Greek, it's probably Gal Gadot. She's got those dark eyes and that perfectly.
You know who could also
face.
pass for Greek?
Who?
Someone who was Greek.
That could work. But how many like Greek big names are there in Hollywood at the
You
moment?
don't need a big name. Just get an actor.
That's how Hollywood works.
As long as they can read, you'll be right.
She shells by the
Somehow I can't see them
store.
using that chick from Big Fat Greek Wedding as Cleopatra because that's the only other one I can think of.
Yeah, but she wasn't actually Greek.
Really? Her either?
I don't fucking know.
Really?
Probably not.
Literally, the only person I can think of is Jennifer Aniston. But I don't know if she would work.
Is she Greek?
Yeah, she's Greek descent.
Well, see what I mean? Like, she looks totally white. She looks like vanilla icing on an Oreo cookie eating,
Well, here's the thing.
You know, hot dog.
There's black in it. There's black in Oreos.
yeah.
So
That's...
get your analogy.
I have a feeling I
fucking
knew
right.
that once, but I forgot. But still, like, she very much passes as, like, some Midwestern housewife. That's what I mean. You can't pin down... I'm not down with whitewashing, but, like, I'm okay with being historically accurate.
We should have wore costumes for this.
Yeah.
This was the Halloween.
Oh, it is
episode.
sort of... I'm not really a big Halloween guy, but it was cool.
I'm not really a big Halloween guy, says the clothes player.
Clothes player. Did you say cosplayer?
No, I said cosplayer.
Right, yeah, that works.
Yeah, sure you did, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a rewind it.
Was cool.
I'm not
It was
really a big Halloween guy, says the clothes player. Cosplayer.
bit better. No, I don't know. I just might be doing it so often. It's like if you ever watch that episode of Buffy and all the monsters and the people that are like totally on that like weird supernatural world were basically just fucking... Halloween was their night off. And that was for all the normies to just dress up like idiots. So vampires, monsters, zombies, anything vaguely supernatural basically took a holiday on Halloween. So, you know, or it was their chance to go out and not be seen as, like they could actually go and just do some shopping. And everyone would be like, oh, that's a pretty good zombie costume. I don't know, I just saw that clip, the Key and Peele white zombies.
Yeah, that's
And
all
I'm
right.
just like, I don't know if they did that recently or if it's like a callback, because that skit show that was a while ago and now they're pretty busy doing other stuff, but I hope they keep doing things. They're awesome. And speaking of awesome things, Michael B. Jordan is another great African-American producer of content, is putting out Static Shock in a film, not just a cartoon. It's like a full big production for DC Comics.
Now, Damo,
So, yeah.
could you have told me who Static Shock was?
Not at all.
No, me neither.
I've got to admit, I'm not too familiar with the character, but apparently he has a lot of fans. Everyone's
Is that his
pretty
superpower?
excited
He
online.
produces wind?
It's got to be
I'm
some
going to say
electricity
he has
thing.
something to do with electricity.
Oh, so he wears socks and he just rubs his feet.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
this is why. He
just
came
wears-
out in the early 2000s, so he's a bit like, it's a young
So,
generation.
in other words, we should have known this.
If you were proper, true comic book nerds.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll just watch the movies, thanks.
So I'm going to have to find those comics and see if they're actually any good. But there's got to be something to it if Michael B. Jordan's involved, because he knows what he's doing.
He looks too happy for a DC comic, gotta say.
Yeah.
It looks like easy to cosplay too, because he's just wearing like a jacket, a black t-shirt. He's got that cool eye mask thing, but it looks like, other than flying around on that weird
It looks like
disc,
he's about to go snowboarding.
yeah.
The incredible.
It very
power
much
to
looks like
dress
that
up.
early 2000s, like everything was like X Games and Extreme and all that sort of thing, like it's tapping into that market. So hopefully there's a bit of, it's not just like silly adrenaline rush, like I'm a black guy and I've got powers, okay. You know what I saw? Rest in Power, because I went to King's Comic yesterday and all the Marvel comics of a certain, like, all the issues I think that came out after he died just said Rest in Power, so I thought that was pretty cool. Good old
Because I don't know who you're talking about.
Black Panther.
Alright. Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, he was. It was a nice little twist on the old Rest in Peace, and like every single Marvel comic had that banner. I just thought it was a nice little homage. Well, not really.
Tribute.
Tribute. There you go. Jaden's on point.
That's right.
So deep fight back against the Cult in season 3 of The Boys. Well, that's kind of obvious. He didn't really get what he wanted. They kind of shafted him, didn't they? They threw him to the wolves and put the A-Train in because the A-Train had like more juice for them.
he got thrown into the deep end.
Yeah, he did. Oh dear. But I'm more
I'll leave.
excited about.
Yeah,
Get out. Yeah, no, I'm more excited about Jensen Ackles. And we had confirmation that Supernova, they kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, but no, it's dead. It is not happening in Sydney or probably anywhere else this year. I mean, we all knew it was coming. It was just pretty weird how they kept saying, oh no, I've got so many local, artists and all this talent, and we want to give them somewhere to shine, and nothing that big is going to go down. I mean, even the Melbourne Cup and the Adelaide race that got cancelled, that big VH, 200,000 people went last year. This year,
Well,
it's
the
been
World
cancelled
Cup's
forever.
not cancelled, it's just people can't go, isn't it? Or
That's what I mean.
not
Like they had Bathurst, no audience. Melbourne Cup, not cancelled, but I mean, a big part of it is a whole bunch of idiots turning up and getting drunk, and now,
Turning up, getting drunk, and then spending way too much time in stalls with more than one person in it.
Usually some local celebrity that somehow gets busted by the police with how many grams of coke. We've also had confirmation that 10 and 11, because 9's not even out yet, is it? That's been done. Obviously, it was supposed to be out by now, but then COVID happened.
John Cena.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. So, but surely there'll be spin-offs.
Yeah, more Hobbs and Shaw,
and
obviously.
To say, 10 and 11, if they come out at the rate frequency that they're coming at now, we're still going to have them up to 2025 at least. We've got time to farewell, and I mean, I know everyone jokes about how many there's been, but you've got to call it at some point.
Yeah, more time to farewell this than we were for Paul Walker.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool because it built such a franchise. As silly as it is, it does feel like you're kind of growing up with the family, as they say. That it's all about family.
Oh, 1 second. Let me go get my cross and me fucking bald cat. Family.
That's beautiful. I've sort of come attached. I think a lot of people have become attached to the characters, and it would be good to see some kind of not a reboot, but
Zan Matsuki.
I could see sort of 10 to 15 years from now them doing a Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious kids.
Yeah, we obviously just they all had a bunch of kids. Oh look, it just fucking killed my stream.
Fast and Furious, the animated series.
Well, they've already got that. They do have a Fast and Furious animated series for kids, but they're not playing the kids of the Fast and Furious characters. They're just some kind of weird paramilitary spy organisation.
Oh, good. So shit.
Yeah, it's pretty shit. They do Hot Wheels of them. It's
we all know Vin Diesel's kid's just going to grow up and it's just going to keep going with him.
Family.
And he'll have to do a little cameo. Just looking 100 years old. But I got a feeling he won't age.
It's going to be like a Red Dead situation. Dominic Toretto gets murdered by someone, the son grows up, it's I need revenge for my family.
So what's
Family.
You said you've been watching Archer. How far is it on?
There's one episode left in this season.
And that's season 11.
Yeah.
And
that's season 10.
Right.
No, season 11. Yeah. Season 11.
So where are you watching that?
I am watching that.
I was waiting for that. Fair enough. So we can't find it on Netflix or anything yet. Alright, we'll take your word for it. Shit, so Jeff Bridges, I forgot about this. He's apparently got cancer. Please, 2020, do not do that to us as well. We've just lost through more, I don't like the word natural causes or dying of old age, but he was 90.
Yeah.
So good old Sean Connery. He was on a lot of people's bingo card for 2020. Bingo.
Yes.
That's no great shock. But
My
I like
brains
to
are
think that
shaken, not scared.
I'm hoping we can have Jeff Bridges with us for at least another decade or two.
I don't ever want to burn that bridge.
No. Rest in peace, Sean, my brother's namesake, spelt right as well. Not a perfect human being. He said some pretty shitty things about women. Apparently he did.
Come here.
In 2006, he did say he regretted a lot of those statements, and that maybe
it's
hitting
not
women
my fault if
isn't
they
awesome.
run into my hands with their face.
Basically, there was some tough stories of abuse of his one of his wives in the 70s. I don't know. I don't want to praise the guy too much for who he is in his personal life because I never met the guy. You just gotta. How much can you hang on? It's so easy these
He's an
days.
extraordinary gentleman.
Yeah, his body of work speaks for itself. He's made some of the best films I've ever seen, and growing up, it leaves an imprint. So if he wasn't a perfect human being, it is what it is, you can still respect the work that's been put out. I guess, again, that argument always comes down to how far before you draw the line.
Michael Jackson was a pedophile.
Yeah, I don't know how many people will be watching reruns of Subway ads.
Let's watch Glee again.
Yes, yeah, okay, one of those dudes definitely had some issues.
He killed himself before he could go to prison.
Yeah, that happens.
Creation.
Fresh.
I remember one of my uncle's mates was a priest and he killed himself in Albury in like the 90s.
I wonder why.
Yeah, and it was that. Like, he goes, there was all these accusations, but it was false and he felt so bad about them that he killed himself. And I was like,
Well,
even then I was like, yeah, okay.
would you though?
Would you? I would just
I would
go
just be
down
like,
fighting, but okay.
yeah.
I don't know.
I would just go, nuh-uh.
No, give me my pension. But then you got people like George Pell who were just like, yeah, whatever, I'm going back to Italy now, see ya. Okay, so Miley Cyrus believes in UFOs, no big surprise there. There's been a bit of a cancel culture backlash against Chris Pratt because he's super Christian and I wouldn't say conservative, like he's not always banging on about his politics. He seems to just be a, like, easygoing, standard Hollywood star. Like all the interviews, he just comes across as like this super laid back, friendly dude.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon unless it gets too out of order. I know the church he was in, I did read a little bit on Reddit, like the church that he goes to says some pretty shitty stuff about like the gay community and doesn't approve of that lifestyle choice as if it's a choice. And he distanced himself from that. So I don't know what else he can do other than, you know, maybe wake up and realise it's all a sham. But beyond that, I'm still going to watch the next Guardians movie. Good luck getting me out of there.
I felt like it took me too long to watch Guardians.
Damo, you went and saw Last Jedi and haven't seen Force Awakens
And I
still.
still won't do it out of spite of you.
Wait, did he watch them out of order?
He's watched Last Jedi. He hasn't watched The Force Awakens.
They invited me to it. I said,
Well,
never
considering
watch
how
it.
much they fucked with the story and had like 3 different directors that basically went and...
We've got this one
you know.
mate who refuses to watch Die Hard. Refuses.
Oh yeah, that's the one you keep buying DVDs
I
like every year.
keep buying him copies of Die
Yeah.
Hard every year.
I'd love to see his collection. I remember there was one guy that went and like he had a mission to get every single VHS copy of a certain film. And now I'm being really lame and can't remember that film. I got it was either Speed or Die Hard. It was one of those classic like 90s action movies.
Well, if
He's
it's
got,
Die
like, a
Hard, I'm
bus
going to
full.
need to have to call him.
Yeah.
Because I need to get a copy of that to give to Paddy.
But good luck. I think he's hoarding them. I don't watch a lot of Australian TV. I've certainly never seen any of this latest.
So
like,
why'd you share this?
because I just thought it would. Matt seems to be more
Content.
into this sort of content. What's too PC and what's like examples of it just going too far. Like Guy Sebastian's had a bit of a rant about feeling sick that he watched a woman engage in a bit of fully padded up. It wasn't shadow boxing. I mean, they were like
Oh yeah, when she decided to fucking fight old mate from The Bachelor.
yeah, Badger.
Yeah.
Can't remember his real name,
Nick
but he's a big guy.
Cummins.
He used to play like footy, so he's fairly built. And I think it's this reality
I
show,
thought it was
whatever,
AFL.
it's like pretending.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Huh. I saw it was a union,
No.
but
This was AFL.
Put it up.
some kind of sports ball. Either way.
10 points, Jane.
He's a big boy, and she
And he
took it
just
to him.
fucking went. "Ooh."
Yeah, he gave her respect. He was like, I'm gonna do my best, and that's what she wanted. And I don't know, it was her choice. They're wearing like all the padding they can wear, face, shield, gloves, whatever else you want. Like when she's using her agency to make that decision. It's a pretty silly show by the sound of it. Like there's no way you're going to be able to simulate anything like a real SAS selection course on a reality show with anything like the puff piece celebrities that they.
I mean, if you've seen anything from other SAS, it's
Yeah.
fucking. I've watched the other stuff.
Yeah, I've watched a bunch of them. There was one main one that followed a selection course
Yeah.
that's been around YouTube for a while, and it's just insane what they have to do. And I'm pretty sure, like from what I read in some of the comments by actual, like serving members of, not maybe so much the SAS, because who knows, like the number of, if you believed, like every person that said they'd been in the SAS or the Navy SEALs, there'd be like 2 million members. It'd be like the largest, service in the entire armed forces. Still, apparently the legit course is like way harder than what you saw in that documentary. But
You guys like that
of course,
jump cut just then?
Pretty smooth. Anyway,
Because I know there's going to be a jump cut there. It's not going to be me doing it.
no. I don't know where to end on that article. Like basically, I don't think it's that sickening. I mean, sure, it's hard to watch a guy roundhouse.
You know who would have
punch a
really,
woman.
really
I get
liked that show?
What?
Sean Connery.
Yeah, he would have been a big fan. Put it that way. I don't know. I mean, it was on while he was still alive, but I got a feeling he's lying in his hammock in the Bahamas, just like, peace out. I'm
We
done.
get your demo?
So anyway, I'm with her on this one. Like, given context, how can you be outraged? It's up to her. Like, fuck, relax. Okay, we've seen the first official look at Tom Holland as Nathan Drake.
Looks good.
I still think he's way too young. I still think he should be playing like the younger Drake.
I
Yes,
thought
he might be.
He is playing the young.
Well, who's
Drake.
playing the older Drake?
I don't know if there is.
It might be set as
But like
time
all the
of
video
Young
games,
Drake.
at least the
Well-
last two that I played, you're jumping around in time.
Well, I saw a photo from the set. I know Nolan North, who does the voice, he
yeah.
was on set, so I don't
Right.
know if maybe they're using him and they're using like an older Drake telling a story, but
They probably just invite him because he's got
but
so much.
I think the idea is that Tom Holland plays. What game would it have been? The third one from when Drake was that age?
Okay.
Second or third one? I can't remember.
Yeah, but all the games is like him now, and then it jumps back to him as a kid with his older brother. I think that was the final one I'm thinking of. But
That was
there's
the-
another
that was
one where
the
it
fourth
shows
one.
how he meets Sully, and he's super young in that.
That was.
He's
I
like on
think
the
that was
streets.
free. That was free.
Yeah, he's like running around on the
And
rooftops.
I think that's supposed to be what Tom Holland, or at least that sort of area.
Yeah, at least start there. And then I think it's good in the sense that they can make like 5 or 6 more of him, and he's not going to age out. But a lot of people wanted it to be Chris Evans or Nathan Fillion, someone like that. Because
Yeah,
Nathan
but
Fillion
maybe-
has even played him in like some, not self-made, but like amateur short films with
yeah.
approvals. And they were awesome. So once you get used to it, I think it'll be fine. Like the movie comes out and that'll be it. It'll be like Hugh Jackman when he first got announced as Wolverine. Everyone was like, what the fuck, no way. Or Michael Keaton as Batman. No one bought it until the movie came out, and then we're like, oh,
Yeah.
that works.
It's like Jared Leto as the
Oh.
Yeah. Not 100% success rate with that. Sometimes the cynicism is,
Correct.
yeah. WandaVision will feature a comics accurate Scarlet Witch. Yeah, I saw all that. I don't know. We watched the trailer last time. I don't think you ended up putting it into the actual.
No, because I'm like,
We might get pulled.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking good. I don't know. I think it's worth reading that. It just sounds like they've done a little synopsis of the trailer. Apparently,
I don't know who that is.
Quibi. Well, that's that Hemsworth brother, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Liam Hemsworth.
Liam.
Who the fuck is Quibi though?
It was a service that came out probably beginning of 2020. They were really starting to push it. And they spent $2 billion on this. It's basically a Netflix, but for short films. So it was like really little clips.
Yeah,
And they spent a lot of money on it, $2 billion at least on, I don't know if there was more on other things, but
I never once saw an advertisement for it.
Well, that's
yeah.
probably.
Well, it
that's
was more of
probably
an
why.
American thing. Clearly, like, there was a bunch of...
So why is it an ABC News fucking article?
Because it was a big deal. Like, it's basically
I've never heard
this
of it.
giant media,
Conglomerate.
yeah, that just punted all this money into the space because, yeah, all their shares are now, like, dog shit. So, at least now we know. Maybe someone will have a go in a couple of generations, but people don't want, like, super short film content.
Are you
Sorry.
gonna grow for November?
It's too late, isn't it?
It's November 1st.
Because is that what you're supposed to do? Start on the 1st?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already well established.
I don't know.
Damo, you're
So, I'm getting there, mate. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I tried one once and yeah, it didn't work out. Though I liked, who was it I saw recently that revealed their face and it was like, holy shit, that looks like Pierce Brosnan, but no, it's Timothy Olyphant. I don't know if you saw The Mandalorian season 2 episode 1.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Right, kind of spoiled it a bit there, but I'll leave the bigger spoiler till next episode because there's a nice little cameo there right at the end and people are pretty happy, let's just put it that way. So I recommend it. It sticks to the same like really obvious formula of like,
I need to finish the last episode of season 1.
oh, you're terrible. Yeah, you should hang your head in
I
shame.
haven't watched it.
Get out. Yeah.
Alright, I'll see you
Let's
later.
go, Damo.
Wait, where are you going?
You're my right.
Your fan.
Oh, alright.
God damn it. No, just
Let me
trust
just take all my equipment.
Watch the fucking show. I'd almost be happy to watch again after this because it's that good. I was going to say, yeah, like Quibi, they were like 10 minutes long. One thing that does work is like if you keep it down to like Vine or TikTok size. What is that, 30 seconds, 45 seconds?
60 seconds most.
60 seconds.
15 seconds normally.
Right, okay. Yeah, because I've seen some longer ones and it's, there must be a maximum. That 60 is like,
Max.
because I've heard them talk about, oh, we've got to cut this off. If you go beyond that, people just lose their attention span. So it's either like half-hour clips on like Netflix when you're at home, or like if you're out on the bus and public transport or whatever, then you want like maybe a minute. So yeah, I just wish they'd done a bit more market research on that first. And we're on to Borat. So there's already a whole bunch of people getting sued because of that. Like the same thing that happens every time. Always have problems with his name.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
There we go.
Unasi.
Any project he's involved in, a bunch of people get punked and then get out the lawyers. The worst one was there was 2 old ladies that he talked to in a church, and when he dressed up as a Jew, or what his character had in mind for a Jew. Yeah, it was ridiculously like over the top caricature.
Yeah.
And he sat down with them, and they put him straight, and they were just lovely old women. And I was like, they've got to be actors. It's like the 2 dudes he stayed with that were like rednecks and QAnon, conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
I was like, I know they've got a script. If you look at the end, there's like 50 writers. And so they must have wanted him to be in a certain situation and to get here and to get there. So some of the other people...
I'd say the black lady in the babysitting was...
No, that's what I thought. But I saw an article where she's really upset at the way they treated her. And she had no idea who it was.
Yeah.
Which... I was like, good find. They even made a joke out of that, of how many people recognise Borat. Like he tried just walking around in that costume and it didn't work.
You need this guy.
Everyone just started chasing him for selfies. So somehow they must have just gone through a whole bunch of babysitters until one was like, I have no idea who you are. And they're like, right, we'll move it in. Because all the reactions would seemed pretty genuine to like the ridiculous nature of that relationship. It was pretty funny though, the whole like, he has her in chains at one point, like she's got her own special chain.
This is her ball.
And it's like a clicker.
Yeah.
So good. And at least Kazakhstan's finally on board now. Like they got really pissed off after the first movie, but now they're actually borrowing...
What place?
Kazakhstan. Pretty sure I got that right. What am I doing?
Kazakhstan.
Yeah? Kazakhstan.
There we go.
I don't hear the difference. It's the same picture. So at least this time they're using like, no one's going to be offended.
No.
They've relaxed. They're laid back. They know it's all bullshit, but they're still like, the whole very nice. That's part of their tourism campaign.
He's nice.
He's nice. Something like that. And God, he slips into that voice well. Like I don't know if you've watched.
Oh yeah, watching him out of costume doing that voice is so odd.
Oh, it's weird.
Yeah.
Because it's like instant, and then he's back, and you're like, whoa, that dude can act.
I think it's more weird to hear his normal voice than any other voice.
No, but when he's not in costume, and you just hear him talk.
Have you seen many of his other films? Because I haven't really.
Yes,
other than where he's
I've
playing
seen all of them.
Right. Did you see the one about the protests that just came up on like Netflix or Prime, where there's like...
Yes, I did watch that. I enjoyed that.
There's something 7.
Chicago 7.
Chicago 7.
I actually did watch that.
And wow, I love the character that he played.
Yeah.
Not just him as the character, but whoever that character is. I was like, how have I not read all this dude's books or whatever? I got a feeling at the end it was like, 1989 he killed himself or something like that. So that was kind of sad. I just couldn't believe he didn't become more of a like big name, because everything he did was, I want to hear more of this guy. Just totally taking it to the judge, and like that scene where they were wearing the judge's robes.
Yeah.
He's like, take him off. You sure? Yeah, like it was just such a good show, and I feel like I didn't think I needed to learn more about the Cultural Revolution in the 60s, but there's a lot more information.
Back to Borat.
Yeah, so Borat, and just, Sacha Baron Cohen, awesome actor. And totally different.
Oh, the ending though. The ending.
Well, did they pretty much end it with the Rudy Giuliani clip? Like that was, and then they went back to Kazakhstan, and am I still fucking that up? I'll leave it to you. You can tell me where he's from. But
Kazakhstan, not
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan.
I'm not hearing the difference. Sorry.
How do you not? Okay, all right. Pot. Nice to meet you, Pot.
That works. All good, Jordan. So,
Brad.
He gets it.
My man, Brod. My main man. The Broadstar.
Can we just not say it again?
Yeah.
No. Anyway, I mean, that was a big thing, but the scripted ending.
Yeah.
Where it turns out that he caused coronavirus.
Yeah. That was pretty clever. Yeah. I don't know at what point, because I know they started the whole thing before the coronavirus really kicked in. So that was good on the fly.
And they finished it filming like 4 months ago.
Yeah. So, and that was his big push to edit it and get it out before the election, because he wanted to have some impact. I mean, a lot of those dyed-in-the-wool red hat wearers, they're pretty much, it's going to be hard to shake them from that madness, but yeah.
Who would believe that you would fuck up a whole colour of hats?
Yeah, well, I'm in this group and it's like learning to not be racist or something like that. And basically, there was a share of a hat where it's red, but it says, "Hey, I fooled you, Biden 2020," but it's a red hat. So it's like, made you look type thing. Relax, I'm actually not racist. And a bunch of variations on that.
Yeah.
Apparently, doing that is akin to just being a racist terrorist because they're still going to get triggered by the red hat. So it's like, no, don't do that. It's not funny. You're awful. Here's my Venmo. Pay me reparations. And pretty much every person of colour in this group that's getting quite like outspoken that I saw was every comment that they made, they were adding like a Venmo code so you could pay them reparations. Like if they were offended by something, like one girl was like, "Oh wow, I bought one of these and all my black friends love it and think it's hilarious, but I'm glad I could see this other side, this other point of view. Thanks for teaching me." And they would like ban this woman from our group. How could she do this? And like, because she posted a picture of herself in the hat, and pretty much they're all tagging her with their Venmo. Like, you need to pay me $50 for wearing that hat. And I was a little bit like, okay, things have gone a little bit too far over here. So.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make a comment on this.
Yeah,
I can just see it going downhill really quickly.
I don't know. I'm all for
You
like.
see this comment going downhill. You know, every word that comes out of your mouth goes downhill. But this is the one comment.
Yeah, it's weird where you draw the line.
Yeah.
I don't hurt women.
Oh yeah, there was this thing about like, I'm sure you can get it through other sources, but now you can't import like anything vaguely hentai or anime because they're just like, no.
Not me body pillows.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I have to look into this again because I did skim the article, but it was really weird.
Yes, from the great news source that is Lad Bible.
Hey man, they get it right. You'd be surprised. They spent millions on a whole new investigative journalist arm like BuzzFeed did. They're killing it. There's a retailer called J-List, and they've told customers that Australia's killing off any chances of waifus entering the country. We've had to stop shipping there completely.
Not the one.
DHL has informed us that Australian customs reject packages containing any adult product. But how do they like determine if it's? Do they sit there
They
and read all
literally
of
have to open them up and look.
Yeah.
Can I buy a hentai maid outfit then for me to wear?
Okay, that includes honor holes. I don't know what an honor hole is. I don't think I want to know. Hentai manga.
Doujinshi?
Alright, so you're both worse than I would have got it. Alright, that's cool. JAV DVDs, or JAV. Well, they're those ones where they don't really get naked, but they're just like wearing bikinis, and it's like that whole Japanese thing where it's like softcore porn. Because there's like JAV adult stars.
Cast off figures. So you can't buy figures anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I was in a couple of stores yesterday with my 12-year-old son where they had some figures like this. Hobbyco has got a huge display now of anime figures that look just like that. And you got kids wandering around the store, and it's like, I guess that's progressive. So, and it's like right next to like the section where they've got the train tracks, and which they've recently revamped. And I recommend getting into Hobbyco and QVV and checking it out. There's a pretty sweet setup there if you're into dioramas. All we bought was some keychains.
Into what?
Dioramas. You know where they like build a whole little city?
I know
tiny
it's
little
dioramas.
There's them too. They're also quite good. So the move followed outcries from a politician named Sterling Griff, who sounds like an absolute grifter.
Sterling!
That's like one of those made up names. Like there's some dude, there's some politician in America whose name's like Chad Wolf. You couldn't make it up. Why some publications exist in Australia that show graphic scenes? Why should that exist? What is this, the 50s? And he's told that because they are animated, they aren't flagged in the board's rating system. So that's obviously going to change. That loophole's been closed. Sorry, like, weeboos. It's all over. Relax, guys.
The regular porn is fine.
So, yeah, obviously you can get your
Well,
normal
it's
stuff
fine,
in.
guys. Hentai Haven's been closed down for a while.
That's
But I wonder if you go to Kinokuniya, because there's a whole section there with, like, softcore mags, and they're all in plastic. That's probably all going to have to, like, get wrapped up.
Get it while you
And
can.
more. And that was it. Like, that's, except obviously Sean Connery, and then, or it just rebooted itself. Yeah, no, there's a bunch more. Cyberpunk being delayed again. That's,
Shocking.
Not a real surprise. I'll be
Listen,
shocked.
It's, you know when it's going to be released?
2077?
2078.
Right. Just to fuck with them
Sure.
anymore.
With the newest Fast Furious movie?
Yeah, of course. The last one. But that's
The last one.
Part one of last one.
So there's been some conjecture over whether The Elder Scrolls number 6 is going to be available on the PlayStation 5. There was an interview with, I don't think it was Todd Howard, it was some Microsoft CEO or Xbox head honcho.
Phil Spencer.
And yeah, like, and he was like basically, yeah, it wouldn't really make sense. He didn't say it explicitly, but he alluded to or implied that it would probably only be on the Xbox architecture, like one of their services, like Game Pass or.
Yeah.
A lot of people got pretty upset about that, and I guess.
Yes.
Good.
Good. Kill him. Do it.
Todd Howard might be putting out that fire, but we'll see. Because of course I haven't read it. He did say he notes it would be hard to imagine.
It would be hard to imagine the next Elder Scrolls launching on multiple titles.
You mean on multiple platforms?
Yeah, platforms, yeah.
Platforms titles.
We do view it, and I've always bought. So that's not putting out that fire at all. That's like saying no, it won't be multiple platforms.
Yeah.
We'll take
Unless
it.
it's a typo.
We'll take it as a case by case situation.
We'll take it as a, nah, fuck yeah. Why would we give
All
you
this
it?
article seems to be doing is confirming that it's probably going to just be on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So nice clickbait there, Gfinity. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the way they go. I mean, they've paid a lot of money for that shit. So if you're going to try and make some of it back, then it seems obvious that that's the route you're going to take. And a lot of people are going to buy an Xbox just to play that. And given how many PS5s are being sold, Microsoft's going to want to... Because I know they're outselling the Xbox by a huge factor.
Somehow.
So they're going to do whatever they can to reel that in.
Or PlayStation.
Unless Sony comes up with some way to like mirror the Xbox subscription service.
Kick that one out. The one next to my face.
Oh, Peter.
Yeah.
Nah, he's funny sometimes. Well, are we going to kick him out live? Not so much live, but like mid video.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'll do it for you, Pussy. No repercussions from me.
Oh, I feel bad. I don't like kicking people out.
Do you like my one rule?
One, don't be.
Yeah,
Hey.
that would be a shit cunt move. So for now, I'm tabling that. If someone else wants to do it,
My
I'm
bad.
all about inclusivity. So you know.
He's not on the podcast anymore.
Yeah, but it's a group for
He
all.
doesn't contribute to the group.
Sure, I've seen you
I'm
on
gonna
it.
put him in this suit.
Yeah, fair enough. That's fine. More the merrier, I think.
Change my Facebook name to Brad.
You sure will. Because that's your name.
Make a
That's
secondary
what I
account.
do.
I don't like
I'll
sock
go get
puppet
it later.
accounts with fake names. I'll just report that shit. I'll totally report you to Facebook.
Nah.
For having a fake name.
He's on to me.
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know how far along we are.
Oh yeah, I'll check that.
I'm surprised how often Google gives me articles that I actually use. Just going to, because I never remember that being a thing. Like going on the Google search bar and ending up like distracted.
We're at 53 minutes.
Well, there you go.
wow.
For me, that's. I'm
Now,
happy.
we haven't gone through the whole group, though. I know that. Because your group kept breaking.
Yeah.
So you just want to give a quick run through to see if there's anything that's notable talking about.
Entire deepfake studio to make sassy justice. Oh, that's like this new show that the creators of South Park, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, are doing called Sassy Justice.
Uh-huh.
So keep your eye on that. It looks like it's going to be good times. Like they didn't do too well with it. They did
One
one where it
second.
was like George Bush's family.
I need to get my eye for an eye match now.
Alright, that's
Get
a
out.
perfectly good corner on the table.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. Ah!
They hired 20 deepfake artists and
Oh, because
technicians.
that guy looks like Trump.
Does he?
Yeah, look up.
Oh, he kind of does. But you want me to
Fred's-
double check the
Yeah,
I know we covered Sean. The Xbox fridge is real.
it looks cool.
Ooh.
That actually looks sick.
It's all.
I'd seen that photo. I thought it was a Photoshop.
It's if you go to the Xbox TikTok account, it's all over it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I
It's got
put,
that real light up Xbox thing there in
Yeah.
the corner.
can I put my
I want
games
to.
in it?
Yeah, but I don't recommend it.
Tell me they're going to sell them as well. It's not just some promo giveaway deal, one off, where no one can get them except that one lucky bastard.
I'd want one as a mini fridge.
That's not a mini fridge.
That's
I
a huge
would want
fucking
one
fridge.
as
That's a big.
as
That's a big mini
fridge.
fridge.
I would want one as a mini fridge though.
No.
I'd want a smaller
If they-
version.
I haven't
if they-
seen the full size one. That's what I need.
If they do sell them separately, it'll probably be a limited stock.
Yeah.
Be like 100 here.
It's confirmed. Spider-Man 3's filming. We knew that.
Is he
Is
leaking
this
spoilers
legit?
again?
Oscar Isaac cast as Moon Knight because I thought that dude was supposed to be black.
And
Well, Oscar Isaac,
it's comic books. Things that have to make sense.
he's Latino.
I don't
I'll
know
have
what
to double check.
Moon Knight looks like.
I mean, they don't seem to be mentioning it in the article that there's any issue there, but
I'll have to look
Mark
it up.
Spector. No one's mentioning like. I just always thought that was like Moon Knight was like the black Batman, but I could be mixing him up with someone else
Yeah, Black Man. No.
because I've never really read the comic.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm a bit of a fake gamer guy as well. But yeah, I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to that.
I want to get one of those hats that says "fake gamer" on it.
Yeah, I mean, I love Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see him in anything, especially with that beard. Wow. Come at me, Oscar. You ever watch? Oh, that's the other article I didn't mention.
Start from
John
the
Oliver.
bottom. Yeah, John
No, I'm not going
Oliver.
to go all the way. It's the only other one I've missed. Okay, Adam's Family. That's coming out Tim Burton's going to make it. It's going to be on probably something like Netflix. So that'll be interesting. If there's anyone that's like made for the Addams Family, it's Tim Burton.
Watch it, ready? Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter.
John Oliver, he finally got the entire council to agree that I think there was one no and one councillor that said like, I'm going to just stay out of this. He had for some reason he had to go at this small town, and the small town like Twitter feed was like started having a go at him, and all like the local bloggers started giving him shit. So they just had this long running feud and said they were going to name the sewer plant after him. And he thought that was awesome. And then they were like, no, we were kidding. And then he was like, no, you're not. So we'll give you 50 grand if you actually name the sewer plant after me. And so they voted, and now he's in. Yeah, no, I just love that guy. If you can,
that's spite right there.
Yeah, if you can find a way to watch it without paying Foxtel, then I recommend it. Otherwise, if you have Foxtel anyway and you're not watching it, what the hell? Because it's
legal services.
Definitely one of the funniest shows on there, and you learn a lot about how fucked up America is. There's hope. You know, there's people like him out there, and all the other like wonderful guests. And we doesn't really do guests at the moment because there's that whole like Corona thing. So it's like from this weird.
What? I've never heard of this.
Yeah, no, he's stuck at home basically.
No, coronavirus isn't real.
That like moment where he went out to open the sewer plant was the first time anyone's seen him basically outside since like March. That was a pretty big deal. And that's okay. Mindhunter, yeah, we found out obviously they're not doing a season 3, so that's kind of sad. It was one of the best shows on TV. Apparently it wasn't like it got cancelled. David Fincher was just like, no, it's too much. They were spending like most of the year on location. It was just like burning him out. So beautiful show though. If you can watch the first 2 seasons, then and if you're into like dark true crime serial killer stuff, it's very true to life. Like everything that happens in the show is pretty much bang on how it went down, and the acting is superb, and everything's just like it's chef's kiss. Haven't done that before, have I?
No.
But yeah, like I was saying about Kinokuniya, I thought I'd seen that. So they had to remove a lot of their dodgy anime. So I'm not sure how I stand on that. I don't read that stuff, but seems like a bad direction to go in.
Removing Sword Art seems like I don't know what Goblin.
Sword Art or more.
I don't know what Goblin Slayer is, but Sword Art I feel like was unnecessary. And now that's it.
Yeah,
that's
now I'm sure that's it. I don't know. It was all over the place.
Success.
But I think we got there. What are you giving Borat? I mean, it was the first time any of his movies came out on streaming first. I'd give it up there like it.
Me headphones. Yeah, I'll give it an me headphones.
No, it's like a solid 7-8. Like he didn't. I mean, it wasn't his like. It's his first sequel because all he's done before is like a new character. Like he did that German fashion guy.
Bruno.
And then was Grimsby.
He did The Dictator.
Right. And that was more of like a movie.
Ali G.
Yeah.
He did.
So the last couple were like proper movies. It wasn't in real life running around freaking people out. And this sort of went back to his roots there. And no, I think he pulled it off. So great success. Just like this podcast.
If you're going to say it right.
Great success!
Great success!
Someone can still do voices. We're saved. Alright.
Apparently my voices mean nothing!
Who are you like mad at? Like fuck censorship, basically?
Well, we don't have to have a fuck every episode.
I know, but we haven't done it for ages.
Yeah,
so.
it's my thing! You know what, Pat?
I like
fuck
it so
you.
much. I'm okay
stop
with
fucking swearing.
Wow, what's your fucking math, Damo?
The way it's going, YouTube will take us down.
Alrighty, I did this last episode. I'll do it this episode.
Thank you for watching the Banana Split podcast, episode
79?
79. This episode has not been sponsored. If you would like to sponsor us, please do.
If anyone can hear this, they have kidnapped me, holding me to ransom. Please
don't worry about him. Physical humor, who doesn't love it? If you enjoyed this, watching or listening to, because this is on various podcast apps such as Spotify,
maybe
Apple.
not Stitcher.
I don't know what that is, because I really go towards the video version of this. Anyway, give us a like, subscribe, leave us a review. Tell us either what we can do to improve this show for you, the viewer, or the listener, and to tell your friends about us if you liked us, or if you didn't, if you hated it, tell your enemies.
It's good.
I'll do one push-up for every like.
So will I.
Do it.
It'll be easier for me. Enjoy your dessert. And get the fuck out.
gone. This is my chance.